Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start a new topic of SP chapter number 5, that is deposit. What is deposit? So public deposit, it's an important source of financing short term requirement of company. That means if company requires a finance, so they go for the public deposit, and this deposit will be collected by the members as well as the public. So company received the fixed deposit from the public for the period of 6 months to the 36 month. Such deposits are called the public deposit. I hope you clear the meaning of public deposit. That means it is an important source of financing, short term requirement of company, as well as the period for this is ranging from 6 months to 36 months, and general public is invited to the deposit the saving with the company. On that behalf, they will get the interest. Interest is paid by the company on such deposit, and company will issue deposit receipt to the depositor, whoever deposit the money in a company, and that is acknowledgement of loan taken by the company. Company can issue the secured or unsecured loans as a deposit. Clear everyone? Now see, the whenever company want to go for the deposit, so they should follow some provisions, or it requires a compliance of provisions as per the Companies Act 2013. So section 73 to section 76, all terms are written about the issue of deposit. Second, they have to follow the company's acceptance of deposit rules 2014. As we have studied in the debenture and share, their company has to follow the Companies Act section guidelines of SEBI as well as Companies Act of 2014. So these are the rules and these are the provision that we have to follow when we issue the deposit. And directives issues at RBIs of the India regarding the acceptance of deposit. That means whatever guidelines, directives, that is guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank of India, जो भी guidelines Reserve Bank of India क्या करिए issue करिए, that guideline we have to issue the followed by the company for issuing the deposit. Now this chart shows you the company can collect the deposit from the members or from the public. So which company collect the deposit from the members, or which company will collect the deposit from the public, we will going to see in this diagram. We have acceptance of deposit, that is deposit can collected by the two ways, from the member or from the public. When company collected deposit from the members, so only private company, public company as well as eligible company. So private company, public company and eligible company can collect the deposit from member, and from the deposit can be collected from the public by the eligible company and the government company. So what are the criteria for the private company, public company, eligible company or the government company? Let's see. A private company can accept deposit from its member or directors or the relatives of the director. Private company can collect the डिपॉजिट फ्रॉम इस मेंबर, अपने मेंबर से भी कलेक्ट कर सकती है, डायरेक्टर्स जो डायरेक्टर्स हैं उनसे भी कलेक्ट कर सकती है, और रिलेटिव्स ऑफ द डायरेक्टर से भी क्या कर सकती है, कलेक्ट कर सकती है. नाउ public company other than eligible company. What is eligible company? I will explain afterwards. This company can accept a deposit from its member or director. That means public company has authority to collect the deposit from member or the director. And eligible company means this company which has net worth not less than 100 crore. A company whose net worth is not less than 100 crore, and company having the company's turnover not less than 500 crore. So that company is called eligible company. That company is called eligible company. Understood what is eligible company? Eligible company means a company having a net worth not less than 100 crore, or a company having a turnover not less than 500 crore. For eligible company can accept for the deposit from the member as well as from the public. That means eligible company has authority to collect the deposit from the member as well as from the general public. Okay, so these are the ways by way of collecting the deposit from the members or the public. which company can collect the deposit from member, and whose company having rights to collect the deposit from the member as well as the public. And the government company can collect deposit from public only, general public only. They can't collect the deposit from the members. I hope you will understood this much only, how company collect the deposit, from where they collect the deposit, and which company having authority to collect the deposit from where. Understood everyone? Now this first concept, what is the meaning of acceptance of deposit, we have seen, as well as we have seen which company is having which company can collect the deposit from the member as well as the public. Now the second important topic of this chapter is the terms and conditions for the acceptance of deposit. Now we have to follow these terms and conditions for acceptance of deposit. Very first point in that is amount of deposit. Very first point is amount of deposit. In this point we are going to see which company collect the deposit, or how much they collect the deposit from the public. Okay, the criteria, how much company demands or can raise the deposit from the members or the public. In that very first company is private company. As we studied earlier, private company can collect the deposit from member only. So private company can accept deposit from his member, director or relatives of director, but not more than 100% of its aggregate paid up capital and the free reserve. What is paid up capital? If a company issued a share, so fully that not issuing to the general public, they will issue some amount of capital to the general public, and in that some subscribed capital is there. After, in the subscribed capital, we have issued capital, we have paid up capital, unpaid up capital and call in arrears. So whatever will be the aggregate paid up capital and the free reserve, we have to collect that much deposit from the member only. However, certain private company having authority which is specified in the Companies Act, they can collect the deposit more than 100% of its aggregate and paid up to the share capital as well as a free reserve. That means private company has authority to collect the deposit 100% of its aggregate paid up capital and free reserve. 100% of the paid up capital or the free reserve. A certain private company which is mentioned in Act, they can collect the deposit more than 100% of paid up capital as well as free reserve. Is it clear? Now second point is public company. This company cannot accept fresh deposit from member. First of all, public company cannot accept a fresh deposit from member. This was the first term. In that, if the amount of such deposit together with the previous deposit, that means public company has to check the previous year's deposit, which should not exceed 25% of aggregate paid up capital and the free reserve of the company. That means public company has criteria for accepting the deposit is that, first of all, public company can't go for the fresh deposit from the member. The amount of the deposit together with the previous deposit, the amount of the deposit together with the previous deposit should not exceed 25% of the aggregate paid up capital and the free reserve. Should not exceed 25% of aggregate paid up capital and the free reserve. Next, we will move on eligible company. So eligible company, as we studied what is eligible company. So eligible company having net worth more than 100 crore as well as turnover more than 500 crore. So an eligible company having criteria, eligible company can collect the deposit from members as well as the general public. So when eligible company can collecting the deposit from member, so the criteria for is that, again, the eligible company can't go for the fresh deposit, the previous deposit and the current year deposit. The amount of the previous deposit with the current year deposit should not exceed 10% of the aggregate paid up capital and free reserve. Again, I am repeating, from the when eligible company collecting deposit from member, so the amount the amount of the deposit with previous deposit should not exceed 10% of aggregate paid up and the paid up share capital and free reserve. When eligible company collecting the deposit from public, so again the amount of such deposit together with the previous deposit, amount of the deposit together with the previous deposit not exceed 25% of aggregate paid up share capital and the free reserve. Again I am repeating, eligible company can collect the deposit by the two ways, from the member or from the public. When they collect the deposit from member, so there is a criteria, the amount of deposit with the previous deposit not exceed 10% of the paid up capital. Or when eligible company collecting the deposit from the public, so there is a criteria, the amount of deposit together with the previous year deposit should not exceed 25% of aggregate paid up share capital and the free reserve. Next point is government company. Government company can collect the deposit from public but not exceeding 35% of the paid up share capital and the free reserves of the company. Only government company can collect the deposit only from the general public. They can't collect the deposit from member. Member से वो collect नहीं कर सकते हैं deposit. And the criteria for collecting the amount and the criteria for collecting the amount is only 35% of the paid up share capital and the free reserve. So these are the criteria or the amount of deposit the private company can collect the deposit 100% of aggregate paid up capital or more than 100%. Public company can collect the deposit 25% of aggregate paid up capital. Eligible company, so there is a two criteria, for member 10% of aggregate capital and for public only the 25%. And the government company has a criteria that 35% of the paid up share capital and the free reserves of the company. I hope you understood the first point. Now we will move on the second term and condition, that is tenure or the period of deposit. As we have studied in the meaning, the company collect the deposit for 6 months to the 36 months. So no deposit can be accepted. No deposit can be accepted or renewed within to be repaid within the period of 6 months or more than 36 months. So deposit cannot be accepted less than 6 months or more than 36 months. Repayment of deposit can be before 6 months, must be tenure of minimum 3 months. That means if company in need of finance, so the company can collect the deposit collect the deposit for 3 months only. That must have tenure the minimum 3 months. The amount of deposit cannot be more than 10% of the aggregate paid up share capital and the free reserve. So the deposit which is for 3 months, the deposit which is collecting for 3 months, so that amount should be 10% of the share capital, 10% paid up capital of share capital and the free reserve. And if depositor insists to make a payment before the tenure, so it is mentioned in the act that the company can give the repayment the deposit if depositor insists to pay for the repayment of deposit. Next point is no demand of deposit. No demand of deposit. Acceptance or the renewal of deposit payable on demand. The company cannot accept or renew deposit repayable on demand. That means if any depositor demanded to repay my deposit now, so company can't repay because the terms and conditions already decided when they give the deposit. So it is clearly mentioned there should be a more than not less than 6 months or not more than 36 months. Within that criteria, the company will pay. If you demanded to pay earlier, so company can't pay the amount of deposit. So that is no demand deposit. Next, and the fourth point is secured or unsecured debenture. What is secured and unsecured deposit? So secured deposit or unsecured deposit mentioned in the circular adjustment inviting the people. That means company can accept a secured or unsecured deposit, which should be clearly mentioned in the circular or the advertisement in inviting the depositors. That means if company are issuing the secure deposit, so it should be clearly mentioned in the invitation letter or the circular or the advertisement which is given to the depositor. A company offer a secure deposit, it should be create a charge on asset attengible within the 30 days of acceptance of deposit. If company are issuing the secure deposit, so company has to give the charge on asset, and that should be within 30 days of the acceptance of deposit. And the next point is application form. What is application form? A company has to provide application form. In that application form, a declaration by the applicant given that the deposit he is making in the company not made out of any money borrowed by him from other person. That means whenever a depositor want to deposit the amount in a company, so they should have to fill a application form. In that application form, it is declaration given by the depositor that whatever amount he is depositing in our company, that amount is related to himself only, that he is not borrowing from any other person and investing in our company. So it's not like that he is taking from other person and investing our, the amount which he investing in our company, that is their amount only, and he is investing with a own declaration that I am investing amount in our so and so company. So it is clearly mentioned in the application form. Joint name. Next point is joint name. Company can accept deposit with the joint names of depositor, but there should be not more than 3 names. Suppose a depositor want to deposit amount with him with their name only, or is with wife name only, or his children's name, so he can added the name of his wife, his child, other person, but not more than three names. Next is nomination. As what is nomination? Nomination means if depositor depositing the amount in the company and for security purpose he is appointed as a nominee even in the event of death or the death of the depositor. That means that depositor appointed a nominee, so every depositor can appoint a nominee for the deposit. Understood?
Next important point is circular or the advertisement. If the company invites deposit from its member, so it issue the circular. Or if the company are collecting the deposit from the public, so in that case they will issue the advertisement. Very first, that is clearly understood. If company want to collect a deposit from the member, so they will issue the circular to the member. If the company go for public, if company, and which company are collecting the deposit from the public? That is eligible company as well as government company. So for government company or for the government company or for the eligible company, they have to prepare advertisement, and that advertisement to be pressed or the published in the newspaper. Understood? So what are the contents of the advertisement and what are the procedure for this advertisement or the circular? Let's see in this point.
Now the contents of the circular or the advertisement. Very first, the company shows a financial position of the company in the circular or the advertisement. That what are the position of assets and the liability and profit criteria. All this they have to shown in the circular or advertisement. Secondly, the proportion of secured and unsecured deposit of the fresh issue. How much company are taking the amount from the secured deposit, or how much percentage they can taking from the unsecured deposit. Then the third important topic is credit rating obtained from the credit rating agency. Only for eligible or the public company. किसके लिए है? ओनली एलिजिबल कंपनी के लिए. इसके क्रेडिट रेटिंग किसे कौन कलेक्ट करेगा? ओनली एलिजिबल कंपनी कैन कलेक्ट द क्रेडिट रेटिंग फ्रॉम द क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसीज. नेक्स्ट वन इज डिटेल्स ऑफ स्कीम, कि कौन सी स्कीम दे रहे हैं, कितना प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. सो ऑल दिस टू बी रिटन इन दी सर्कुलर और द एडवर्टीजमेंट. And the most important is name of the deposit trustee. As we have studied in the previous chapter, debenture deposit trustee is appointed. Same whatever the work of the debenture deposit now, same work is here deposit trustee will do. So name of the deposit trustee will be entered in the circular or the advertisement. and the last one is the amount due towards the deposit if the previous deposit accepted by the company. That means previous deposits amount of the company which that is pending. So these are the contents of the circular or the advertisement. Now the next B point is filing the circular or the advertisement with the registrar of the company. Every copy of decision in the company that we have to submit to the ROC, that is registrar of the company. So here the file of circular or advertisement that is signed by the director. All directors should sign this advertisement, this circular, and after signing the copy has to submit it with the registrar of the company and registrar of the company. So this is the work of the secretary, and secretary will file all the copy of circular or advertisement signed by the all director submitted to the ROC. And the next point is C, issuing the circular or advertisement. So whenever we get the only after 30 days of filing the copy of circular, जैसे ही circular की copy submit हो जाती है ROC के पास, so after 30 days company can issue the circular or the advertisement. After 30 days company can issue the circular or the advertisement. Company can send a circular to the members through the register post. That means members के लिए क्या करना है, circular is made for whom? Member. So company can send a circular to the member through the register post, speed post or the email only. And for inviting the public, the company who is collecting the deposit from the public, for that they have to issue the advertisement. So the company has to publish the advertisement in the English newspaper or one vernacular newspaper having the wide circulation in the state where the company's register office is located. That means the company's register office location, on that location the most common paper, that is the most common paper which is applicable circulated in everywhere of the locality, in that paper the company has to give the advertisement in one English paper or in one vernacular newspaper. And the next point is validity of circular or the advertisement. How much it is validated? The circular or the advertisement is validated only the 6 month from the end of the financial year. As financial year ended, so 6 month is validity in which it was issued on the date of the annual general meeting was held, whichever is earlier. A validity for 6 months from the end of financial year in which it was issued, or the date of annual general meeting that was held, जो डेट पे एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग हेल्ड हुई थी उस पे और उसके पहले. सो दीज आर द वैलिडेशन पीरियड फॉर द सर्क्यूलर और द एडवर्टीजमेंट. I hope you understood in what are the content in the circular or the advertisement, how to file these documents, and after when we will issue the advertisement or circular to the public or the member, and how we will issue the circular to the member, how we will issue the invitation to the public, as well as how much is the validation period for the circular or the advertisement. Now we will move on the next topic. Next point is appointment of debenture trustee. So when issuing secure deposit, eligible company can appoint one or more deposit trustee. This trustee protect the interest of depositor in case of company defaults or repaying of depositor. Like we have seen in the debenture, same here the work of deposit trustee. So deposit trustee is a safeguarder or the protector of the interest of the depositor. So whenever company appoint a deposit trustee, so the deposit trustee should sign the contract or is called a trust deed. It contains the terms and conditions of the contract of deposit trustee. The trust deed must be signed at least 7 days before the issuing the circular or the advertisement. That means company has to appoint deposit trustee before issuing circular or the advertisement, because we have to write the name of deposit trustee in the circular. So they have to appoint the deposit trustee before 7 days of issuing the circular or the advertisement. Deposit trustee deposit trustee can request one of the 10 depositor and call the meeting of depositor when company defaults repaying the deposit. Charge on asset. Create a charge on asset is the next point. So company will charge on asset when company issued a secure deposit. So a company accepting the secure deposit from public within the 30 days of acceptance, company has to create a charge on the tangible asset, and the amount of that asset should be equal to the deposit accepted. That means if depositor is depositing 50,000, so the assets value should be 50,000, that is will be charged. The minimum amount of security should be equal to the amount not recovered by the deposit insurance. So this security will be created in the favor of deposit trustee only. And the next 11th point is deposit insurance. What is deposit insurance? Company need to take a deposit insurance at least 30 days before the issue of circular or the advertisement. If company want to take a deposit insurance from the insurance company, so it should be applied before 30 days of issuing circular or the advertisement. If the amount of that deposit plus interest and give it to the 20,000, so insurance can be taken. If the deposit amount is more than 20,000, so company can get the deposit insurance. And the next point is obtaining credit rating. So this is applicable to whom only? Only eligible company will take the credit rating. So every company has to get the credit rating of its deposit, include a rating in the circular or advertisement. The credit rating agency consider the net worth of the company. और क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसी जो रेटिंग्स देती है वो कौन से बेसिस पे देती है? सो वेरी फर्स्ट दे विल गिव द रेटिंग्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लिक्विडिटी position, liquidity position, ability to repay the deposit, as well as the company's net worth. So these are the criteria. On this criteria, company will issue the credit rating. Yes, here you can invest. Here it is safe. It is educated safety. Here the highest safety. Here the highest risky. So all this credit rating given by the credit rating agencies, and this rating has to mention in the circular or the advertisement. Clear everyone? Next point is open a deposit repayment reserve account. Every company except deposit, they have to open an account in a scheduled bank, as the account name will be deposit repayment reserve account. In this account, a company has to deposit at the end of every financial year, that is 30 April. Before 30 April, company has to deposit amount not less than 15% of amount of deposit maturing during the current year and the following financial year. If in the current year, suppose in this current year, company has to pay the 1 lakh rupees as a depositor. Repayment amount is 1 lakh. So this on this 1 lakh, the company has to pay a 15% of this amount to in the deposit repayment reserve account. That means on 1 lakh 15% will be 15,000. So company has to deposit 15,000 before 30 April in this account. This account can use only for repaying deposit. ये account किसके लिए होता है? Repaying of deposit. ठीक है? Clear everyone? Now the next point is deposit receipt. Next point is deposit receipt. So company can issue a deposit receipt to depositor within the 20 days of the receipt of money or realization of check. As and when depositor pays the amount, so within 21 days they have to get the deposit receipt. So this receipt has signed by the officer duly authorized by the board of director. Board of director should sign on the deposit receipt. The receipt contains the name and address of the depositor and the amount of deposit, rate of interest payable, and the date in which it is repayable. So these all information has to written in the deposit receipt. Again I am repeating: name and address of depositor, how much amount he is depositing, and the rate of interest, as well as the date on which it is repayable. Point is register of deposit. Secretary has to prepare a separate register for the deposit accepted or renewed in the registered office. The detail of deposit along with the detail of depositor should be entered in the register of deposit within the 7 days from the date of issue of deposit receipt. As when company issued the deposit receipt, the company secretary has to prepare a register of deposit holder in that all the details of the depositor has to be written, same name, address as well as contact number, and how much amount he is deposited, when the repayment date will be there. All this have to written in the register of deposit. And the next is return of deposit. A company has to file on or before 30 June every year. On or before 30 June every year within the register of company a return of deposit. That means this much deposit we have to return. The return detail of deposit with the company as well as 31st March company as on 31st March of that year. That means at every financial year ends. So company has to take a total report how much deposit he repays and returns to depositor. That we have to give the information to the register of the company. And the next point is interest. The maximum rate of deposit, interest rate on deposit depends on the guidelines given by the RBI of India from time to time. That means rate is not fixed, but it will give the instruction of maximum rate of interest depends on the guideline given by the RBI of India from time to time. And the deposit for deposit matured or claim, if prematured claim is there, if premature repayment is there, so in that case company can deduct 1% of interest from the rate of interest stated at the time of acceptance of deposit. The rate of interest is decided at the time of acceptance of deposit. If the depositor want to premature repayment means before the tenure, before the term, if a depositor want to pay back of the deposit, so company will repay but deduct 1% of the interest. For the deposit, the company has pay a penal rate of interest at the rate of 18% for the overdue period. If the period will be overdue, so company will pay the 18% of interest to the depositor. Right to alter the terms and condition. It is clearly stated that cannot alter either directly or indirectly. That means company cannot alter directly or indirectly in the terms and conditions of the deposit or the deposit trust deed or the deposit insurance contract. Once the circular or advertisement is issued, no one can change the terms and condition of the deposit. Deposit are accepted by the company. Is it clear? Now next point is disclosure in the financial position statement. A company has to disclose its financial statement by the way of notes, the money received from the director or the relatives of the director in case of private company. So it is clearly mentioned in the circular or the advertisement that the amount is to be collected from the director, from the members or the relatives of the members. So all the financial information we have to disclose in the circular or in advertisement. Next and the last point is punishment. As a Companies Act, an officer of the company who is in default for the contravention of the provisions of Act is punishable for the fraud. That means if an officer who is in default for contravention of provision of Act, not following the provisions of Act, so it will be punishable in the fraud cases. The Maharashtra Protection of Interest Depositors Act 1999. According to this Act, the interest is protected by the company. To protect the interest of depositor, company in the Maharashtra will be punished by the contravention the provision of Act also. That means there is an Act of protection of interest of depositor. If any company fails to pay the interest of depositor, so company has to be face the consequences, or it will be punishable. It will be punishable for the fraud cases. So here we complete all the terms and conditions of the accepting the deposit from the public or the member. I hope you understood my lecture or my video, and if you are having any doubts, so please dear student, come in college and clear your doubts. Thank you so much for watching my video.